Hello everyone, it is Sunday the 15th of December 2024. I'm Sarah and you're very welcome to my little corner of YouTube called Sew Me Sarah. Here we talk all things cross stitch, sometimes other needlework too, and a little bit of life. But this is not a regular episode. This is one of my Christmas Tidbits episodes. So if you haven't joined me before, you might like to catch up on some of my regular episodes. But just know for this time I'm sharing slightly shorter videos to share with you the advent calendar from Historical Sampler Company. I will give you a little update on my stitching so far in the last few days, and then I have a little Christmas tidbit to share with you as well. So I hope that you will enjoy that and stay with me for this little video. I want to start by saying a huge thank you to all of you for your birthday wishes. They were so kind and heartfelt, and I really appreciated them. Thank you so very much. Hazel, I just want to say thank you very much for the card. I have tried to email you, but I'm not having any success with the email address that was in the card. I've tried a number of variations, but they're all failing. So I am sorry that I haven't been able to thank you directly, but this is your thank you. Thank you very much for remembering and being so kind to send a card. Okay, today, before I go any further, I want to just remind those of you who maybe didn't catch my last episode, that's episode 92, that on there is a birthday giveaway. It's towards the end of the episode. If you would like to partake in the birthday giveaway, then please watch that episode and leave the relevant comments there. I will leave that giveaway open for another few days. I will probably draw for that sometime between Christmas and the New Year, so that it will be a nice New Year surprise for whoever wins that giveaway. So I don't want those of you who watch regularly to miss out just because there's been an influx of videos, Flosstube's Vlogmas the last few weeks. So I'm going to try to remind you between it now and the drawing that it is on episode 92. If you haven't been there, please go there and watch and enter the giveaway. Let me share the little bit of stitching that I have been doing with you. We are full on crazy. Christmas parties, Christmas events, carol services, all the things. Every night feels like it's taken up by something other than stitching. So there hasn't been huge progress in the stitching front, but I have a little bit to share with you today. Pardon me. I had no business starting something else, but I think I just got frustrated that I wasn't able to get to bigger things, and I started this very sweet little ornament, which is a gift pattern from a very lovely viewer. So this is called Kerst Trio, and here's the pattern by Atelier, Steekjes and Kruisjes. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I tried. So you can see that this was a kit, a full kit. These little pieces of linen banding were provided, and then you stitch on the top half, fold it up and make it into an ornament. So obviously I still have that to do, but I wanted some red stitching, I wanted something nice and quick and something that I would finish. So I had a little play with the reindeer from the trio. So that was fun. I didn't quite get him centered properly. I think maybe another half stitch over would have helped, but he's fine. I'll be more careful with the other two when I get to those. But that was a fun little interlude, having a go at stitching that one. So because it was small, got to be finished. For whips, I have a little bit more progress on what was the day one surprise from the Historical Sampler Company's Advent calendar. So this was their December the 1st envelope. It was the pattern for this gingerbread house and the fabric included as well. Now the overall box had the the threads supplied and has some backing and finishing materials supplied as well. So in the advent calendar, everything I needed to get started on this was included, and I have made some progress. So I have finished all of the white except there's a chimney to go on this side here with a little bit of snow cap on the chimney. So that's the only white that's left, I believe. And I need to finish filling in the gingerbread house front here. I did a lot of fill in last night when I was on the across the pond Zoom call. I did the fill in of the house then, so I have a little bit around that window. It's very little. I just was so tired last night I couldn't finish it. There are some lovely pink curtains to go in, and then there are some little Christmas candies to dot around. So I'm hopeful that that one will be finished before Christmas. Let's stake a claim and hope that after the end of this week things will slow down a little bit, and return to normal stitching practices. So I really love this little gingerbread house. I love it so much. So it has been lots of fun to stitch. And then I had a new start. It was my birthday start. It is start number 49 of our 50 starts, our Fun for 50 SAL 2024. And I am referring, of course, to the fantastic 50 start challenge that Sally from Flossie Sews and Grows and I have been undertaking this year. This was my choice of birthday start. It is Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. Now, when I chose this to be my birthday start, it was probably late October last year. And I decided, yes, this was the one I wanted to start. And then in January, there were 2 or 3 different SALs going on for Strawberry Fields Forever. So lots and lots of folks have already stitched this one. But I know that there are a few of you who had it in your stash and are joining me and Sally for this start. So thank you so much for joining me and for joining us for my birthday start. And this was, as I said, start number 49. It's very exciting. We're getting close to the end. So this chart fulfilled several of the prompts that we asked you guys to provide us with as little challenges for our year of 50 starts. So Ryder Jones said that we should stitch something, that we should choose something for each other to stitch, which we did through our birthday starts. So Sally chose her Americana Blue and I have chosen Strawberry Fields Forever. So thank you for that prompt. Roz Clark suggested that we stitch something and put the year 1974 on it. So I do intend to put 1974 on here somewhere. My initial thought was to put it in the brickwork, sort of like the house number. I still think I might do that and just backstitch it into the brickwork. If not, there is, I don't know if you know this chart, but there are some numbers up here to be a year that you can include in the chart. So that is another possibility. I haven't quite decided yet if I'll do it up there. But my first thought was to put it into the brickwork. So that's the plan, or I will think about those 2 options anyway, and that will fulfill Roz's prompt. Yasmin's Made with Love said, let's build a house. So that was her prompt. So of course, there's this beautiful house of strawberry fields in the middle. Brigitte Gebhardt said, stitch something by Blackbird Designs. So tickety tick. And Sally Deem said, stitch something with a strawberry border. And this has a beautiful strawberry border. So lots of prompts ticked for this chart. Thank you very much, all of you, for your suggestions throughout the year, for the prompts, and it's been lovely to be able to make some of those happen. So let's show you my measly start. I didn't actually get started on my birthday, or the next day, or the next day. So it was 3 days later when I was able to stitch. And I've started with the house. I really had hoped to get further than this, but the 2 nights stitching that I had were very short, and this is as far as I got. So I have the roof on the house, one of the chimney stacks, there is another one on the other side to come, and a few of the windows. But I feel disappointed that I didn't get further, but I also don't want to spoil it by being disappointed, and I will just enjoy it when I come back to it. It probably will be after Christmas now before I get back to this one, but it is my birthday start for this very special year, and I'm going to enjoy all of the stitches when I come to them. For this, I am stitching on a piece of Zweigart 40 count Newcastle linen, and it's in the colour blush, so it's a very pale pink. I don't know if it's showing up on screen for you well, but it's a very pale pink. I do love stitching on pink. And I am stitching with a real mixture of threads. I didn't have all of the called for threads, and I decided that, looking through my stash, I decided I had colours that were fairly similar. So just working from the picture on the pattern, I chose, I think I substituted 8 of the 13 flosses. So this house is brown hen instead of whatever was called for. I can't remember what was called for, but it's so far so good. And as I said, I think the colours are pretty close to the photograph on the chart, which I like the colours as they have photographed. So I'm happy enough with that. So that is my birthday start, and start number 49 of our challenge for the year. Start number 50, which is to come as part of my plans, obviously, will be on the 21st of December. And this is a new stitch along that Jackie from Comfort Stitching and I are starting on the 21st of December, which is the winter solstice. And we are starting Barbara Anna's 4 Seasons. I'm going to insert here because it's a much better picture than the printout that I have. So these are the 4 Seasons, girls. You can get these from the Barbara Anna's Ko-Fi shop now. They used to be exclusively a kit through Nitka Moscow, but they are now available on Barbara Anna's Ko-Fi shop. You can download the PDF, and you are very, very welcome to join us for this sale. The plan for our stitch along is that we will start each of the ladies on the relevant equinox or solstice date. So winter, we're going to start the winter lady on the winter solstice, spring on the spring equinox, summer solstice for the summer lady, and the autumn equinox for the autumn girl lady as well. If you are in a different hemisphere from us, we are in the northern hemisphere, so if you're in the south and you prefer to switch your ladies around to suit your seasons, please by all means do that. You do not have to be stitching the winter girl with the snowflakes if you are if your winter solstice comes in the heat of summer. So do it as you wish, but you are very welcome to join us. So the plan will be that we're starting with our winter girl on the 21st of December. We will work on that, hopefully finish that by the spring equinox, and on that date then we will start the spring girl. So as I said, you're very welcome to join us. I have been planning for this, so I'm working on it's either natural or raw Zweigart fabric. I've just forgotten to make a note of it, have I? Yeah, I've forgotten to make a note of what it is. I have it somewhere, but I had to plan because, as you can see from the picture, which I'll insert again, winter comes at the end of the row. So the you know, the frosty, snowy winter girl comes at the end of the row, and then in spring I'm going to have to go to the beginning of the row. I think that might be all backwards, but you know what I mean. I'm going to have to go to the other end of the row and leave a gap for the 2 ladies in the middle. So this caused me some concern. And at that point I was thinking, how clever and smart are those people who have decided to stitch this as 4 separate pieces. So well done, you guys. You had that sussed from the beginning. I, however, am going to stitch all on the 1 piece of fabric. So I had to do some work. So what I did was I put in some half stitches across the top. These will eventually just be pulled out. I put in half stitches across the top, and I have full stitched every 10th stitch. So at every 10 stitches there's a marker, a full cross marker. I have then counted across to here, and then I've put some vertical lines, like a back stitch really, where this is the full width of the first lady. And then there's a gap. And then there's the full width of the second lady and a gap. And the third lady and a gap. And the fourth lady and the end. So that is how I have planned this, so that I know this is kind of the box for one of the ladies. Okay? I am going to spend some time this week double checking that I have counted this correctly, because it would be devastating to get this wrong. But that is the plan, and that is the preparation that I have been doing for the 21st of December start. So as I say, please join Jackie and I. It can be a start along if you want. It can be pick up one that you've already started and get it moving. Whatever you like, but feel free to join us. We do have a hashtag for that, which momentarily has gone out of my head, but I will put it down below. And we hope that maybe it will be possible to search the hashtag even if you can't follow it. But also please feel free to tag Jackie and I in on your posts on Instagram. We each have an Instagram account, and I will put the details of those accounts down below so that you are able to share with us. So that is the plan, that is the big plan. The rest of my stitching plans are really just to do what I can when I can in this crazy time. Okay, let me get the advent calendar packages and I will share those with you. As you know, I've been very privileged to be gifted an advent calendar box from a historical sampler company this year. And I want to share with you the gifts that I have opened in the last few days. Now I'm going to share with you up to day 14 and show day 14. So if you haven't opened any of those yet, then this will include spoilers, so you might want to look away. But I'm not sharing today's, I'm not sharing 15th. I don't want to spoil that for anyone who hasn't opened their calendar yet. I haven't opened a day 15 yet either, so I'll do that later. I'm looking forward to it. So day 10 of the calendar was another beautiful little ornament pattern, and it is the snowman snow globe. I love it. I love a snow globe, and I love this little pattern. So this might be the next one that I start if I can get the gingerbread house finished. Again, the Ada is included, so it's a 16 count sage green Ada, and we know already that the white is going to be beautiful on that green Ada. So there is that. Again, all the flosses were provided in the overall advent calendar, so we have everything for that. We have the ribbon, which was provided on day 3, I think, in the little finishing notions tin. And this is a little canvas, which is also provided in the day 10 envelope. So it's a little easel and canvas for us to mount our finished snow globe on. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think we might also have some gold thread to use, which we were given in an earlier package too. So that is day 10. Day 11, well, day 11 is sent to try my displaying skills, which we all know are seriously lacking. If you've been here any length of time, you will know I am not good at displaying things. There will be things dropping and falling and whatever, but these are 5 tiny little Christmas charms, and they are beautiful, and I hope that I can hold them up for you to see. So give me just a moment. Do I see how much of a fool I can make of myself? Anyway, so here we go. There's a little bell and a stocking and a Christmas tree. And then we have a little Christmas wreath. There's a little bow on the top of that, and a Santa. So those are the 5 pretty little Christmas charms that were included. So those are little charms that you can stitch onto a piece You can see there's a little hoop at the top where you can stitch them onto something. So those are lovely little finishing items. I'm going to add those to the finishing tin that they provided earlier on, day 3. Day 12 we're at now, yes, day 12 is another metallic thread. It's anchored lame again in the silver colour. So it's a very pretty silver. I like that a lot. So that will go into my metallic stash, and I look forward to using that sometime. Perhaps there will be a little bit of it used in some of the patterns to come, I don't know. But that's another nice addition to stash. Day 13 is a very handy Merchant and Mills needle threader. So this is a little oval threader with the little wire ending on it. So it's always useful to have a needle threader in your sewing kit, just for those times when the thread just won't go through. So thank you for that handy little addition to our sewing kits. And day 14 is my favorite of this little collection that I'm showing today. Day 14 is another of the beautiful needle minders that Historical Sampler Company do. And it is Rudolph. Look, he's so pretty. He's got holly sprigs on his antlers. He's got a lovely red harness and saddle and his sweet little red nose. So I love these needle minders. I love a Christmas needle minder. I'm just so good. So I'm looking forward to sharing the next few days with you when I do my next video, but those have been really, really fun. If you are kind of thinking that you wish you had not missed this calendar, you can always sign up to be notified when the new calendar is going to be released for pre-order. Historical Sampler Company have a link already that you can sign up. You can just add your email address to it and you will be notified probably in the summertime of when their release dates will be and when their pre-orders are opening. Signing up to that is not committing you to any purchases at this time. You can decide later on that you actually don't want to do it, but you would receive the notifications so that at least you won't miss out and you can make your decision then. So I will put that link down below for you if that's something that interests you. Okay, it's time for my little Christmas tidbit, and today's Christmas tidbit is all about Christmas crockery. So as you know, I love my teacups, I love china, and I love crockery as well, and Christmas mugs are no exception. I have been severely limited to the number of Christmas mugs I'm allowed to have at home. Simply, well, you know, sensibly, because we don't have room for them and we can't change out an entire cupboard of mugs come Christmas time. But I would if I could. I promise you I would if I could. So I just thought I would share with you our Christmas mugs and another little piece of Christmas crockery that I have. So this is my mug. I love a snowy post box. If you are on my Christmas card list, you will know that I love a snowy post box. I think my family, who have been receiving Christmas cards from me for years, are probably fed up seeing them. I do try some years not to have Christmas post boxes on my Christmas card, but I'm very drawn to them. So when I saw this mug, I couldn't pass it up. So this is my Christmas mug. Do you have a Christmas mug that you love? Do you collect Christmas mugs? Can you not be bothered with Christmas mugs? A little bit like my hubby. Anyways, he has a Christmas mug, but only because I bought him one. And his is, oh dear. So he likes a really big mug. There we go. My favorite coffee to drink at Christmas time was M&S's, that's Marks and Spencer's here in the UK, M&S's Christmas coffee, and it was ground coffee. I don't even know if you can get it anymore because a couple of years ago I had to stop with the caffeine, and I know that you couldn't get it in decaf. You can't get very much of the special copies in decaf. But it was always my favorite. So if you like Christmas coffee, I would recommend that if they still sell it. Charlotte has this sweet little mug of Christmas notions, and this was brought to her by her Emma, her very special Emma. So that is her mug. Now Andrew is my son, and I know I don't talk about him a lot because he doesn't live here anymore. He went to university in England and stayed there. He is 23. But when he was little, his granny, Alan's mum, my lovely mother-in-law Sandra, she bought him this special Christmas mug. I've been really excited to share these with you because I think these will appeal to those of you who are prairie schooler fans, because I think this has a prairie schooler aesthetic to it. This is Mason's Christmas Village. It's very hard to get here, and so we know somewhere that you could get it for a few years, but even the store had real difficulties getting it in, so every year they would just have a couple of pieces. But Granny Sandra bought the mug for Andrew, and then she was able to get him another year, she was able to get him a bowl. Do you see what I mean about the prairie schooler look? Maybe I'm wrong, but because I'm not a prairie schooler stitcher myself, but it just has that feel about it for me. So there was a bowl as well, and the plate, the side plate. Oops, let me get the glare there, that's better. I think these are so beautiful, and such lovely treasured pieces for Andrew, for our kids to have. So obviously then there was a really big gap between Andrew and Charlotte because she's 9 and he is 23. But we were able to get another side plate when she was little, and I was able to get a tiny mug. It's not quite an espresso style, but it's a child's teacup probably. So that is Charlotte's one. We don't give it to her very often just yet because it's special. And then Granny Sandra, my mother-in-law Sandra, she knew that I liked these pieces and she bought me 2 beautiful serving dishes in them as well. So there's this lovely sandwich plate and a cake plate. Those are my Christmas mugs and the special crockery. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. I just wanted to share a little bit of my Christmas with you. So that's what I was sharing today. If you have something that's special to you, let me know in the comments. It's always fun to hear. And thank you very much for all of your comments on the last couple of videos. I know I did say that I can't reply to everything just when I'm doing a little bit more this month, and this month is crazy. So, but I am reading them all, enjoying them, and I'm sending you a little heart as well when I have read them. So let's have a little Christmas thought before I go. And this thought comes from my Advent readings in the common prayer for a liturgy for ordinary radicals. I talked about this on the first Christmas Tidbits. So on my birthday, the little reading included this paragraph, and I really wanted to share this with you. Pardon me. It's about a man called Jean Vanier. And I didn't know about him, but he is the founder of the L'Arche communities. And I didn't know about that charity either. It is a charity that supports adults with learning disabilities. Oops, pardon me, I'm just making noise. It's a charity, a worldwide and international charity that supports adults with learning disabilities. And this is what the little paragraph says. Jean Vanier, founder of the L'Arche communities, has written, "To love someone is not, first of all, to do things for them, but to reveal to them their beauty and value, to say to them through our attitude, you are beautiful, you are important, I trust you, you can trust yourself. We all know well that we can do things for others and in the process crush them, making them feel that they are incapable of doing things by themselves. To love someone is to reveal to them their capacities for life, the light that is shining in them. I think those are beautiful words about encouraging people to understand their value. So I want to ask you to go and be encouragers in your world. It doesn't matter how big your world is, just encourage someone. It makes a huge difference in a person's life. So I hope to be back in a few days with another Tidbits video. I also hope to post a little separate video about my January plans because I'm not doing the longer regular posts. I will post separately about what the plans are for January so that if you fancy joining in, you can. And I hope that that will be in a few days' time. So until then, all my friends, please stay well and stitch happy. Bye.